everyone. So I'm back again with a new segment on TreDaKid, who is an Annapolis bred rapper. But of course he's going global, right? This is just the start.
Word.
So I'm here with him today. He's gonna give us a little background on his story, how he decided to start rapping, how long he's been rapping, and where he plans on taking his rap career.
Word.
So TreDaKid, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Like she said, TreDaKid, Annapolis, Maryland, born and raised. I'm the winner of the Verizon and 300 Entertainment first annual Freestyle 50 contest. So
Nice.
that's where I really got most of my popularity and exposure from global. Always, had a little name here in my hometown, but that's pretty much the big deal that got me to where I'm at right now.
Right, and you were on BET at one point, right?
Yeah,
For like one of their rap challenges.
Yeah, Freestyle Friday in 2011.
And he's always featured on the radio, like the little local stations, 92.3, 93.9, and stuff like that. TreDaKid, your rap name, where did that come from?
It's funny, I never had a rap name, and all my friends had one. I was always just like Shorty Trey, and I was like, man, I want a nickname, like. And my mans, we used to be in this like this online like rap battle like chat room, and his username was like something the kid, and he was like, I don't use the kid, that's just my username. You should be TreDaKid. And he was like, think about
That's
it.
catchy.
You the youngest in your family. Like, I'm the youngest of all my siblings, and I'm the youngest out of all my friends. So they was like, the kid, since I was like 14, it stuck with me. I just
like
celebrated my 32nd birthday, so
Yes,
I've been the kid for almost 20 years now. Yeah, Aries, baby, we here.
Yeah, we hustle different. You know what I mean?
we different, period. The leaders.
Exactly. So we're gonna talk a little bit about his new album, which is titled Defying Kings.
Yes.
Awesome album. You guys go stream it on, I know, of course, YouTube. Then there's Apple. You have Tidal.
Spotify. It's on over like 60 different stores.
Yes.
So
Get his streams up, please.
Please.
So I chose 3 songs that I really liked from the album, and I kind of wanted you, so I'll give you my interpretation of them and tell you why I like them, and then I kind of want you to let the people know why you chose to write about these issues, right? So the 3 I really liked was Internet World, which my interpretation was basically a lot of what's going on social media today. It's like the falsehood of reality, I guess. I know there was one point that you talked about, like, let me see how your face look. No, you too busy looking at Facebook or something like that, which is so true. Like, you see people on dates all the time or just in casual settings, and it's like their face is stuck in the screen. Like, let me see how your face looks. Let's have a one-on-one conversation. So I thought that was really a good topic to touch on, because it's talking about how basically like social media and the internet world, which is the title of the song, is really taken away from like authentic friendships, relationships, and just like good times in general.
Most definitely.
So the second one was Open Letter, which me being a female, of course I'm gonna love it. So Open Letter was basically, I'm guessing, about like a female that you dealt with previously, who you basically openly wanted to apologize to for whatever may have happened in your relationship. And I thought that really showed a lot, and it kind of shows that you're a man and you're willing to take accountability, and then to publicly apologize. That's like really a big deal, I think. So I think that says a lot about your manhood and your character in general, because a lot of us females, like myself, good females, tend to be not always appreciated or treated well when a guy has us, and then it's like it's not until later they learn how good of a female we were, and then a lot of times women don't get these open apologies. Sometimes we don't get no apology
at all.
So I think that was really cool. Then Hoop Dreams, I really like that also, because this really, this reminded me of Tony's Story by Meek Mill.
I get that a lot,
Yes, and I really love that, because this song tells a story, but I thought about one person in particular when you were, when listening to this song, and it basically talks about hoop dreams, someone who has like all the potential in the world, and because of their environment and what they're exposed to and kind of, I guess, lack of guidance, they end up going down the wrong path.
Right.
And that's so common,
Yeah.
especially with our young black men, and with the lack of fathers or like community leaders and role models. We see them go down the wrong path all the time. And I know someone in particular who I went to school with, and he was just so intelligent, like crazy, naturally intelligent. You know what I mean? Like the
Word.
type that, oh, you know how to do chemistry? Okay. Like physics, it's nothing. Like not even study intelligent, right? Black boy.
Right.
And he had all the potential in the world. Like literally probably could have gotten into Ivy League schools. Great in sports, went down the wrong path. And that just really, really upset me, because I'm like, bruh, like you see people without your potential doing so much more than you, and I know you had the potential, and you chose to do the most basic crazy things with your life, you know?
Right.
It's really upsetting. Like I see potential in a lot of people, and a lot of times they don't see it in themselves, and it's like a smack in the face, like just do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy. But yeah, I want you to basically interpret what you were trying to get across in these 3 songs.
We gonna start backwards since we on Hoop Dreams. That's what I wanted to do, is really like shed light on like situations like that, like the failures of someone who has so much potential but just gets swallowed by the environment. And I just felt like I could have been that person, but luckily I wasn't, just being headstrong. And I think the message that gets overlooked in that song is like, he had a choice to be headstrong. In one little second, his whole entire life changed. And it was crazy that I made that record, because I wanted the album to really be, I think all 12 songs are more like personally like things I went through, and Hoop Dreams is not necessarily something I went through, but I was like, I needed to make that record, you know, for the youth and other people, not even people my age or older, who just made that wrong turn in life, and like let people know like it's real, like one bad decision could just ruin like everything you ever had. So in so many words, that's what I did with Hoop Dreams. It just was something that came natural. I actually thought of the sound bite in the beginning, you know.
Sorry about the wind, guys.
Yeah, we good. It's a good April day. We April babies. But yeah, it was just something that I felt like that was necessary to make at the time, and that's what I did. Far as Open Letter, I was in a 5-year relationship that, you know, obviously didn't turn out the way, you know, it could have potentially happened, but things happen for a reason. And I just feel like what you said, like most men don't take accountability. I remember after the breakup, one of the things that rung in my head was like, I feel like you owe me an apology. And by me being an artist, I was like, what better way to do it through music? I could have just wrote a Facebook status and called it a day, but I really decided like, I'm gonna put my all into this. And that beat, like soon as I heard that sample and everything, it sent something through my body to make me do it. And I really feel like, and the timing was perfect. Like I went through this breakup in my last album, and I didn't even speak on it at all, because I really didn't feel right doing it. It just felt right. Yeah, it felt perfect to do that. And believe it or not, the song brought me peace to the situation. Like now, like everybody can't look at me, because you know, in relationships, and you know, especially two people with potential, and you having a nice young lady or whatever, most of the times it always looked like the guy fault. It was just a bad situation between the both of us, and I just wanted it to end like that. It wasn't no she was worse than me and I was worse than her. It was just we both was like that at a wrong time, and I just felt like it was right to, you know, speak on it. Far as internet world, funny about that song, that's one of the only songs on my album that's not produced by UW, who actually produced Young and Maze. Ooh, he did my whole album. In That World is actually produced by a producer right from Annapolis. Shout out my man John Belly. Um, it was like crazy because that was a song that was just stuck in like my own head. Like every day I wake up on the internet and I just see stuff like this. And at first I just wrote a verse to it. But I was like, I don't want the women look like I'm just attacking them, like they the only ones on the internet. And I was like, y'all dudes goofy too sometimes. Like let me speak on y'all flashing your money and doing all this crazy stuff, incriminating yourself. So I just felt like In That World was like definitely, and it was one of those songs too that was kind of left field. Like soon as it come on, it's like it was just so left field. And I love the transition to when that song come on my album. But yeah, I just felt like that was definitely necessary. Like that was the most necessary message probably on that album. And it's just, just getting people out there facade of like just social media, like.
Which is another topic we're gonna cover in one of the discussions on my channel. Like, I know it's amazing, right? Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, but like y'all aren't living in reality. And I know way too many people that are just having the time of their lives on social media.
Right.
But you speak to them in person and they're dead, like hurting. You know what I mean? Going through a lot, putting on a fake image. I mean, you have this car and house and
it's to the point now people's afraid to wear the same thing twice. Like I seen a interview with Offset, and it was like, it made me, respect him a lot more when he said, I wear my clothes at least 2 to 3 times. And it's a millionaire we talking about. He like, if I spend $10,000 on an outfit, I might not wear the complete outfit, but I might still wear the shirt again one more time, the jeans. It's like, we so caught up in that.
But who cares? Who are we doing it for?
I really have no idea.
And then the crazy thing also I noticed is like, you do all of this for the people that you follow. 9 times out of 10 you're following local people, somebody in the DMV, somebody in your city or town. But then you see them in person and you don't even speak to them.
Right.
So you're doing all of this to impress someone that you're not even going to have the decency to speak to. You don't really know them, you don't really care about them, but you care enough to impress them.
Right. That's crazy to me.
Right. So, where do you see your rap career in 5 years?
Oh, that's crazy. It's funny that you say that. I never really pictured rap in past like 35. So, I'm at a point now, I want people to know that I'm just a fan that knows how to rap. Like, I really love hip hop. Like, I would do journalism. I would do what you doing, interviewing, radio personality, anything. It was never just rapping to me. I'm just good at that part, but like I really study hip hop like to the T. Like it's my life. Like music period, but specifically hip hop. And I just really feel like I would be a brand more than a person. So by then I could be able to do things like hire a team full of people like you and we just under one umbrella in a brand. So that's where I really see it. I don't really see me like, unless I want to do it, make music, I don't really see me making too much music. That's why I'm just going hard now. So when I'm 35, I could just focus on all this business.
It's kind of like a passion for you.
Yeah. Yup, straight like that.
Cool. So I know that you do a lot of work in the community. I've seen you at like the Boys and Girls Club. I think you've done a few other pop-ups or like workshops and stuff working with the youth. So what do you actually want to give back to the youth or the community? Is there anything in particular that you want to do, or is there like anything you want to inspire the youth to do, anything you want to teach them?
Hope.
Okay.
I feel like that's my purpose here, is like hope. Like as long as you got like faith and hope in anything you do, like it's no way you can't succeed. Like I went through it all, and just when I ain't never giving up. Like I want my story to be that, like it might take a little longer. You got dudes in the industry now that's 17, 18-year-old millionaires, but
Mm-hmm.
they might not be there when they 21.
Right.
I could still say that, like, because I stayed consistent and never gave up, I'm still here. At
Mm-hmm.
32, I started rapping when I was 8. I started my first mixtape 13.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells a lot. Like 20 years of me
Right.
repeatedly, like,
Consistency.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
gets better with me. It
Right.
don't like just like with the BT thing, I lost on there, and then 5 years later, I'm winning in front the Migos, and it just
Right.
like, and that just from never giving up and just having hope. I just want to give these kids hope and believe that they could do something, even if it's not rapping. Like whatever you want to do, as long as you do it more than the next man, it gotta be something that come out of that.
That's really good. I don't think I've ever had anyone say hope, but that's like a.
It's just so easy to say something
Mm-hmm.
financial, like I want to build something. All that stuff would come with my career and it blossoming and me making that money to do that. But the
Mm-hmm.
right now is just giving hope, and that energy of having that is, it'll just transpire into everybody having that, and then we
Right.
all doing something. So that's just my main outlook on that.
Good one. So now fatherhood, right? So if you guys follow TreDaKid, you'll see that he does a lot with his son. He's a really good father. He's always, having him out in sports or just spending time with him. I can tell that that's something like really important to you.
But
So what do you have to say as far as fatherhood, maybe how it's touched you? What would you suggest for any fathers that aren't a part of their children's life and maybe, trying to get there?
right, um, how it definitely affected me because I grew up, with 8 siblings, all older than me,
Mhm.
and I always wanted like somebody younger than me in the house, somebody I could teach things that I'm learning as I go on.
Right.
And my son just like, and I never had a little brother or nothing like that, so it was like my son came into my life as that, for real, like somebody like I'm just impressed to show him what I learned, how so he don't know, like he think he impressing me, but really I'm trying to impress him for real, like. And it's just a situation where, like, I tell, like, especially females, you'll know a man can be a good father from the moment you tell him
Mhm.
you pregnant, like.
I think before that, because
Yeah.
out of all the guys I've dated, there's one person that sticks out in my mind that I just feel like he would have been a great father. Even if me and him didn't make it through, I think that I truly believe he would have been there for our child if we
Word.
had a child.
Word. And yeah, like that, that's the thing. Like, you'll definitely see those qualities. And I'm thankful that my son mom saw those qualities, like, and she's grateful for it. She thanked me for it. Like, I was there from the moment she called me. Like,
Mhm.
we had baby. All right, what I gotta do? Tell me. I never been here, but I'm
Right.
never gonna let y'all down. And far as like for other guys out there, it's really never too late for real. Like,
And that's important too, because I feel like a lot of times, now granted, the mother may be right in that, the child's father hasn't been around, he hasn't given any money, he hasn't helped in any way, and I'm sure that can be frustrating as a mother.
hmm
But at the same time, I'm wondering if it in any way discourages the fathers from maybe that one day that they do realize and they do want to be a part of their child's life. Is it too late? You know what I mean?
I think it all start with an understanding of the two adults first. Like, I get it that, like, we want things so quick nowadays, but we also gotta remember we having kids at a younger rate now.
Yes.
So you really asking a kid to be a adult. Like, I get it that you the mom, but some of these dudes haven't even reached that potential of a man yet to know what they're doing. So I think if we just work together a little bit, like I said, I get it if you don't even come to see your son. But my advice to all these dudes out there is always do more financially and time wise as much as you can without the mother asking. So when
Mhm.
that time come, now it's looking like you complaining because I did all I could this week. I
Right.
gave you what I could give. Like, and or I picked my child up at a time when I could have did it. So now you just making it like you pinning this on me, and it's not a natural feeling. That's the understanding that me and my son mother, had. Like in my son earlier years, I would give my son like 3, 4 days out the week. But as like my career started progressing, it went times I didn't see my son for a whole week, and I just dropped a gift for her for. And she never got discouraged by that, because she know, like, if this wasn't going on, I would have my son every day if I could. But
basically that effort, just make sure that
just
you
that
are,
effort. And if your effort ain't enough, now you just being unappreciative. Like, it's gonna show that you not appreciate what I can do. You want me to do what you want me to do.
Right.
So it's just having an understanding for real.
Very true. So I did want to touch on this topic, and let me know if you don't want to touch on it. But TreDaKid actually lost both of his parents, and I think that it's important that we talk about like dealing with death. I see a lot of people dealing with that as well, and I can see that it's very hard. Fortunately, I've never lost anyone like super close to me,
right.
And I pray that I don't anytime soon, but I know that time will come. And I can only imagine,
Right.
I literally can only imagine what it feels like to lose someone close to you, especially your parents, especially they back to back,
Yeah,
right?
7 months, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, 7 months.
Sorry, guys, this wind is out of control. But yeah, so he lost his parents 7 months apart, and I just wanted you to kind of speak on like what kept you going. I know you were like in the middle of your rap career, and like how did you deal with that?
The main thing is how supportive my parents was of my dream. Like, it's easy to give up on something that don't nobody else believe in, and my parents believed in me as a rapper like more than anybody. Like, my mom liked seeing me leave out the house, getting ready for shows. My dad was a DJ, so it's like I'm living through him, doing music. And that was like the main motivation to keep me like just steadily doing that. Like, yo, my parents would be like losing it if I quit. And it was just like, I just thought every day, like, it's gotta be a reason it's happening. Like, okay, I lose this, but I got this here. If I walk away from this, then I lost 2 things I love. Like, I might as well be happy with this. And, my parents was older. You know what I'm saying? My dad was 47 when he had me. So it was like, I always, was prepared that, but I ain't think in my 20s that I would lose them. But I was always prepared that, my parents not gonna live as long as some of my friends' parents, because my parents was old enough to be my friend's mother's mother. So it was kind of like I was raised by grandparents for real. And I just found peace in the situation, especially through music. Like, anything, like, once I get the guts to speak on it, and I got a song called Someday, where I rapped about the situation, not even my parents dying, but like how they died. The day, like, I found out and all that just brought me peace. I'm starting to visit them more now, so it's a more peaceful situation than it was 2 years ago. I could say that most definitely, like when it first happened.
That's amazing. I definitely do admire you for that, because it's really hard, to push through that. It's hard to push through death, and it's hard to push through 2 deaths and your parents' deaths, and you had a bunch of stuff on your plate. So that's really admirable.
Word.
The last thing is, what sets you apart from other rappers? I know that you did say this is like your purpose or your passion. You're not doing it for the fame or the money, but what else sets you apart?
I think my uniqueness, my ability to really rap on spot. Like, I think that's a lost art today, to get people just throw a beat on and you go. And I think, that's a part of the craft where a lot of people just really shied away from, and I keep alive. I think also my love for other artists. It's like rappers, we so
competitive.
competitive and arrogant that we even scared to admit when we get inspired from somebody. Like I
Yes.
listen to Drake, I listen to Cole, I listen to Snoop, then I could listen to Little Uzi or me. Like I really love. I could find something in every rapper I love. Like even the Blueface Kid, like Tatiana, I love the song. Like when I
Right.
hear, I might not like 99 of his other songs, but I love the kid for that song. Like that's how much I love music. Like I could find a liking into every artist, like something. And I think that really is something that's missing in the game. And not to, compare myself to him. And I think that's something that Nipsey like had in him. Like just pure, like people think the word genuine just means like being nice. It means being real.
Genuine touches on your character.
Yeah, I think Nipsey was a genuine person. Like he seemed like the type, if he didn't like something, he don't like it. Like you can't make him. If he did, he gonna show the most amount of love that he could for it. And I think that's something I possess that a lot of rappers don't have because of arrogance and pride. To say, like even with songs like we hear songs like, oh, he sound like, you can't tell me you wasn't deliberately trying to make
Right.
that song, but your arrogance to say, oh no, I ain't biting. Or like I hear songs still and this like something like Steak off my album. I thought of Drake when I heard that song. Like it reminded me of a Drake record, and that's why I chose like that cadence of flow he used. Cause like I'm inspired. Like word from my man TreDaKid, my favorite rapper. He said I appreciate when I hear something and get inspired. Like that's when you know it's good music. When I feel like this person made me right, or this person put me in a bag. So
And we have to be able to do that more in general. You know what I mean?
Word.
Not even on music. Like people get inspired all the time from other women, other men.
fashion, whatever.
And they don't want to.
You know how many
speak
times
on
I
it.
seen a pair of shoes that it took me to see somebody else wearing them. Like, yeah, I knew
That's how I'm gonna do
those
it or
joints
something.
was tight.
Yep.
Like I see them like by themselves, like these joints sorry, but then I see somebody wearing, and I tell that person like, yo,
Yes.
you made me get these joints. You killed that fit.
And I like that. That's a quality that I see in myself as well. I'm always showing support, always showing love. It does not hurt me to tell another woman like, wow, it's amazing you started your own business, congrats, or you did
Right.
this, or another man, or hey, I like your hair, you know what I mean?
Right.
But in today's society, it literally hurts people
to do that.
to show support, to show love. Like I've even had people kind of like, if I'm happy and bubbly and I'm like, ooh, this or that, it's like they almost get offended because
Yeah,
I'm
like-
a nice person. You know what I mean?
I've been
And
there.
I'm just like, okay,
Right.
like I'm sorry. So yeah, that ties into the support aspect, which is the last thing I'm gonna touch on. I really do encourage you guys to go stream TreDaKid's new album and all of his music. Support him, get on his social media, do everything that you can to help uplift him. He's a good dude, obviously.
Yeah.
He's doing well. He's putting out good into the community. And I find that a lot of times we tend to gravitate towards negativity. Now, if it's someone who's not necessarily doing great things or, has this positive attitude, we'd be all willing and ready to, oh, this
Share
dude is
it.
everything.
Yeah.
This dude is but no, find someone that's doing good and support this person. We need more good in our society.
Right.
Clearly, we know this. So go support him. No envy, no shade, no jealousy. Let the dude know that you appreciate him. He's doing great things, and support him. So that's the end of the segment today. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
I had a great time. And you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and send your friends over as well. Thank you.